my Vino amigos. This is Ben Simons, and I am here with the one, the only, Hardy Wallace. How's it going, Hardy?
Awesome.
Good. Well, man, we're here at the Wine Bloggers Conference in Walla Walla, and I just wanted to sit down with you and talk a little bit about what you guys are doing. You work with NPA, and I'm really into the kind of more natural winemaking and stuff, and so I've been it's been kind of a little bit of a frustrating thing being more than 100 miles from from NPA, but I respect what you guys are doing, so I'm cool with that bit. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing there.
Yeah, so just a little bit of background or backstory. The NPA, or the Natural Process Alliance, is a winery that I work for. It's based in Santa Rosa, California, and we make wines from organic and biodynamic grapes that we then try to do absolutely nothing to. So we try to do 0 additions in the winemaking process. And what I mean by additions is, native fermentation. We don't add acid. We don't add enzymes. We don't stir. No temperature control. We don't filter. We don't fine. We really don't do anything. And then when we take these wines, they're meant to be consumed fresh, young, so they're all 2009 wines, and they're also meant to be consumed locally. So that when you're talking about being beyond 100 miles, these wines are only sold within 100 miles of Santa Rosa, California, in Sonoma County. So it's meant to be hyper-local, hyper-fresh, and just really a way for people to experience wine in a way that people experienced it thousands of years ago. And just, so it's pretty amazing. And there are only 3 of us, or actually 4 of us, Kevin, his wife, Jennifer, Angela, and myself, that are responsible for about 800 cases of the freaky deaky.
Nice. So for those of us, I live in West Texas, so I'm a pretty damn sight farther than 100 miles. Tell us a little bit about the wines. Like, what if you were going to describe what you can expect from an NPA wine.
To explain what to expect it to blow your mind. Blow your mind. No, it's really tough because not many people are making wines like this in the U.S. Again, being so fresh and so young, but on our white wines we use heavy skin contact or whole cluster fermentation, things that people use really primarily in red wine making, and no one really does that for whites. But about 3.5-4 years ago, Kevin, the owner and winemaker, had an intern from Croatia. And in Croatia and parts of Eastern Europe, they do heavy skin contact on almost all of their white wines. And it creates this amazing depth that we just can't get, or if we do, it's either through heavy manipulation, it's picking grapes too ripe, it's taking things into an area that where our preference isn't really. So the first thing, what you can expect from almost every NPA wine, that it is cloudy and murky as all get.
That's something that the average American consumer is not used to in wine.
It scares the hell out of them.
Yeah,
they see that,
it's like there's something wrong with this wine.
Yeah, and you're like, well, no, it's just been unfiltered, unfined. It's never been touched, and that's how it is. In a couple of years, if we let it go, it would settle. But these wines are meant to be consumed right here, right now.
So they're not going to make it to that point where they clear up.
No, exactly not. They, for every vintage that we have, we try to, as soon as fermentation is done, because we don't add anything to it. So as soon as it finishes naturally, the wines are available for sale, and the goal is to have them sold out before the next harvest. Okay. So then we can concentrate on the work in the cellar and in the vineyard, and then again, as soon as those are fermented and finished, take those out and fill and start selling the current vintage of the NPA.
Cool.
So it's like Beaujolais Nouveau. You don't want to see a lot of old NPA lying around on restaurant.
Right.
This is the 2007 NPA. Except there is one restaurant in San Francisco out the door that we kegged up a bunch of 2008 NPA Chardonnay. Again, no sulfites in this wine. It's absolutely orange and beautiful and it's deep, but no sulfites. In 2008, NPA is drinking beautifully. It kind of goes to against the grain that someone says, hey, well, if you don't have sulfur in the wine, it's not going to last. Well,
right.
If it's well made and balanced, it's going to hold. So we make also, for people outside of the 100 miles, we make 300 cases of bottled wine under a label called Salinia, Salinia, and we make 100 cases of Chard, 100 cases of Pinot, 100 cases of Syrah, all from beautiful vineyards. The Syrah and Chardonnay is from Heinz Ranch in Occidental. The Pinot is from Occidental as well, from a place called the W.E. Bottoms Vineyard. And those wines really are made the same exact way as far as technique-wise. The only difference is that those wines are meant to be bottled, meant to be cellared, and to improve with time versus be consumed right now.
Yeah, it seems like from what you've described of the MPA stuff, I mean, there's a lot of the same kind of characteristics as far as the wine. There's a little bit of a funky character to them and stuff. Yeah. And I mean, that Chardonnay was not like any Chardonnay you're gonna pick up.
No, because it was good.
Yeah,
no, it was good.
It's been a ton of fun hanging out with you here in Walla Walla, and it's always fun coming out and all these people that I talk to on Twitter and follow on their blogs and stuff. Getting to actually meet them in person and stuff.
Totally, same here.
And, yeah, so thanks a lot for sitting down and talking with me, and we'll keep hanging out and. I've been tweeting out that what happens in Walla Walla stays in Walla Walla. So we're
except this video right here, obviously.
Exactly.
So
this is going back to Texas and onto the interwebs, but
the series of pipes.
That's right. So anyway, well, thanks, Hardy.
Awesome. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Cheers.
You too.